I spent 8 years building my father's company, and the day he announced his successor, he didn't even say my name. We were all standing in the conference room, family, senior staff, people I had trained myself, and he put his hand on my younger brother's shoulder and said, "He's the future of this company." Slight scoff. Like the late nights, the missed holidays, the problems I fixed before anyone noticed, never happened. And I did what I've always done. I nodded and said, "Okay." That word carried me through everything. Through meetings where my ideas were used but never credited. Through decisions where my brother was consulted while I was ignored. In our family, he had presence. I had results. And results were easy to overlook. So when the room filled with applause, I didn't argue. I just walked out. But what they didn't know, what no one ever asked, was what I had been building outside that office. Every night I stayed late, I was working on something of my own. Same industry, same clients, but better, faster, mine. And slowly, things started to change. Clients didn't leave them loudly. They just stopped coming back. They chose me, not because I asked, but because I delivered. 6 months later, their numbers dropped, projects slowed, and the future of the company wasn't ready. That's when I made the offer. Steady. Not revenge, just business. Because a failing company is easier to rebuild than starting again. Cold logic. When the board saw the numbers, they didn't argue. They couldn't. That evening, my father called. His voice was different. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked, faint regret. I stayed quiet, because they never asked. The next day, I walked back into that same office, same room, same people, but this time, no one ignored me, controlled power. My brother didn't speak. My father didn't sit at the head of the table anymore. "We don't have many options," he said, low voice. The room went silent. The same place that once erased me was now waiting for me to decide if it survived. Papers were placed in front of him. His hands hesitated, then signed. Control shifted, quietly. He looked up at me, not as authority, but as someone who finally understood. "We could have built this together," he said, regret. I held his gaze for a moment, then gave him the same answer I had given my whole life. Calm. "Okay."